Now, how many of you haven't seen 2012? Okay, right, a good number. Right. 2012 was an apocalypse movie. It was an apocalypse, end of the like a disaster movie. It was the most insane, over-the-top, ludicrously apocalyptic movie. Entire cities tilted and fell into lava. It was just ridiculous. You know, obviously, you know, you didn't see us dying, right? That's one of the things about American disaster movies. You know you're dead somewhere in that movie, but you never see it, right? You just see the Hollywood sign and the New York skyline, and they're all destroyed. You never actually see us. I think you could localize them now. You know, you could put a thing in when the DVD comes out. You know when you put a DVD in the first time and it asks you the language you want, like English, Francais, Suomi, and you're always tempted to click on Suomi, you know, to see what play is in Suomi, but you're afraid you'll get trapped in an extras menu in Suomi and not be able to navigate your way back out again. So you chicken out and you press English, right? They could do that. You could say, I'm watching it in scroll, London, right? And then you'd forget about it. But an hour and a half later, there'd just be a scene where a bloke runs in and goes, Trafalgar Square is fucked! And then runs out again. It's one of those. By the way, that line I do everywhere. In every town, I change it for a local landmark. This is the toughest town to do it in. Because for the simple reason, it turns out if I go, Leicester Square is fucked! A London crowd just go, yeah, it is really, they really have. Yeah, they just let it go down so terribly, yeah. So. Anyway, it's a ludicrously over-the-top disaster movie. It is hilarious in its over-the-topness. No plot! No plot! Just John Cusack running away from lava for 2.5 hours. And always just slightly ahead of the lava. Oh God, lava! Oh Jesus, lava! Quick, get into the car! He drove off, the lava sped up. Then he gets into a plane, the lava accelerates again. After about an hour and a half of this brinksmanship, you're going, Jesus, John, I'm spotting a pattern here, right? Why don't you hold still for a minute and see what the lava does then? Will it come up to you and go, oh, Jesus, he's called our bluff, quick, get back down the hole. We got nothing, he's gone. It's the most ludicrous, they destroy everything and it's all on the screen and you're going, oh my God, if you destroyed everything, there must be a reason, there must be some, you must have sat down with geologists or cosmologists or meteorologists to come up with some justification for the greatest apocalypse that we've ever seen. No. There's one line in one scene at the start of the movie to explain the entire apocalypse. And it's not even repeated to or alluded to, just one line, right? I'm now going to do this for you. This is why you have to come with me a bit, because you won't have seen this. But I will make the scene come alive. It's India. It's a monsoon. A man arrives, clearly in a hurry. He's wearing a suit. He's got a small bag. He's rushed to be here. He's a scientist. He's meeting another scientist. He goes, I came as soon as you called. The other guy in a white coat goes, we've had some incredible results. At which point, this bloke should have gone, well, why didn't you email them to me like we normally do in science these days? Why instead did you compel me to fly from Washington to India? I've been on 9 airplanes. I've watched I Am Legend 14 times. But he doesn't say that. He goes, oh my God, what are they? And this bloke delivers the greatest line in the history of cinema. Some of you won't get this immediately, but trust me, I will explain it. This guy, a physicist, turns to the other physicist and without any shame or compunction goes, the neutrinos have mutated. Now, for the non-nerds here, neutrinos are tiny, subatomic, really, really almost massless particles. They're released in nuclear breakdowns, like in the sun, for example. 500 trillion of them pass through your bodies every second. They can't mutate. Their structure is fundamental to the structure of the universe, right? They can't just change. He might as well have gone, the electrons are angry. Or the light from the sun, it's gone off. That's how fucking ludicrous it is, right? But he doesn't do this. He goes, the neutrinos have mutated and they're heating up the planet. At which point, this bloke should have gone, what the fuck are you saying? What the shit physicist are you? What crappy Calcutta University spat you out with a fucking degree? What the? Did you not ask one of the blokes to check your figures and he would have given you a slap in the chops and told you not to get some guy to fly from Washington in a monsoon with no change of underwear to tell him there's a fucking neutrino? You're a fucking idiot. He doesn't deliver this speech. Instead he goes, oh my God, and runs away from lava for 2.5 hours. And it's never mentioned again. This, the most incredible thing that's ever happened in the history of science, is never mentioned again. People don't even go when they're running away from the lava. Why? They don't even think to ask. They just run and scream and or die, right? Even at the end of the movie, and I know you're thinking, end of the movie, spoiler alert. I can't spoil it. They're on a boat, there's a new dawn, they've all survived. Everyone in the cinema got up and walked out. I was the only idiot in a curzon in Leicester Square with my arm up going, what happened to the fucking neutrinos? A week ago they had mutated and were heating up the planet. How did that change all of a sudden? That was the most amazing thing to have happened in physics. Did it happen twice in 8 days? Then they sent a note going, sorry about last week. Boss was giving me a bit of grief at work. Wife was nagging me. I lashed out. Mutated, heated up your planet. Won't happen again. Yours, the neutrinos. How exactly did that threat go away? And then you're kind of going, if you're just going to make shit up, if you're just going to suspend all logic, then go for it. Jesus, go for it, right? If you're just going to go wild, then go wild. With the tiniest of changes, you could have a genuinely amazing movie. Same opening scene. Rain, man, suit, bag. I came as soon as you called. Or the guy goes, we've had some incredible results. This guy goes, what are they? If at that stage, with the tiniest of changes, this bloke had just gone, the Latinos have mutated. And they're heating up the planet. Now, there's a movie. 2.5 hours of running away from Gloria Estefan. Oh no, the rhythm is gonna get me. Quick, get into the car. Who's that in the rear view mirror? It's Ricky Martin. Bam, bam, ba da 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 da. All over the world, mariachi bands erupting out of the Earth's core. La cucaracha, bam, ba da 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 dum. And the ending. The ending will be the greatest ending in the history of cinema. They're on the boat. It's a new dawn. They've survived the Latino apocalypse of 2012. John Cusack looks at his wife with love in his eyes, and she looks at him with love in her eyes. Then mounting horror as she raises up her arms and she realizes she's got giant multicoloured ruffled sleeves on and a set of maracas in her hands, and she just goes, tequila! And John Cusack goes, no! The end. Now that's a fucking movie I'd pay money to watch.